Hi, I'm Robert Meehan. At Health Republic Insurance of New Jersey, we believe everyone needs to be informed about the importance of health care coverage and the opportunities that are available. That's why we're proud to support programming produced by the Caucus Educational Corporation and their partners in public television.
Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Health Republic Insurance of New Jersey, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, founded by the Jewish community, Cohn Resnick, Accounting, Tax, and Advisory, where forward thinking creates results, the Fidelco Group, the Russell Berry Foundation, and by ADP, a comprehensive provider of human resources technology and services. Promotional support provided by The Record, North Jersey's trusted source, and NorthJersey.com. And by Meadowlands Regional Chamber, building essential connections that drive business growth.
This is One-on-One. I'm an equal American just like you are.
The jobs of tomorrow are not the jobs of yesterday.
Look at this.
You
got this?
Here it is, man. Look at that.
Life without dance is boring.
When you first heard that they were doing Charlie Rose and Gayle King, didn't you go, what?
Do you enjoy talking politics?
No.
People call me because they feel nobody's paying attention.
Our culture, I don't think, has ever been tested the way it's being tested right now.
Such a good question. High five.
Hi, Steve Adubato. We're here at the beautiful Nanina's in the park. That's Branchbrook Park in Newark and Belleville, New Jersey. Right behind me, it's got a great party going on. This is the annual Cheer Me Up Foundation party right around the holidays. There are dozens and dozens of children here and their parents as well. These are children with special needs. Many of these children have autism, children with cerebral palsy. Every year they look forward to this party. They come here every year to see these characters. They dance, they get gifts, they celebrate. Santa's about to come. Our good friends, Joe Murillo, Barry, his brother, and Vito, their business partner, together with the folks at thebestofnj.com, the website they just started. We're partners with them at the Caucus Educational Corporation. Bottom line is, this party at the Cheer Me Up Foundation is one of a kind, not just in New Jersey, but in the nation. They cheer these kids up, they cheer their parents up. We talk to the parents, we talk to the kids, we talk to people who support the event. This is a great special that you will be so glad you watched. I don't care what time it is, when it is during the year, it'll bring forget about a tear to your eye, it'll make you happy, it'll cheer you up. The Cheer Me Up Foundation. Steve Adubato here, more importantly here with my good friend, Joe Murillo. We're at Nanina's in the park. This party happens every year. It's for the Cheer Me Up Foundation. Joe started it together with a group of people who care a great deal. His brother Barry, their partner Vito. Talk about the Cheer Me Up Foundation. Your daughter Gianna was just here. She's running around having a great time. Gianna, talk about this party, talk about the foundation and why so many kids are having a great time tonight.
Well, basically the Cheer Me Up Foundation helps all special needs children. So we figure we cannot change their lives, but what we could do is cheer them up for the day.
Talk about Gianna.
So my daughter Gianna, who's 23 years old now, is special needs and had an operation back in 1992. And what happened was we were in the cancer ward, we were in the intensive care wards. There was children in there with no family. My daughter had 30 people in the waiting room during her surgery.
Mostly family, Joe?
Mostly family, all family, 30 people. So my wife was so upset when she saw all these children that had no family caring for them. We went and bought gifts for every patient in the hospital. And the day my daughter left the hospital, we hired Barney, we had music, and we went to every room in the hospital with music and gifts, and we cheered every patient up.
Why'd you do that, Joe?
We felt that these children needed cheering up, and they didn't have the loving and support that my daughter fortunately did and does have. And it was one of the most exciting days of my life, watching these kids smile when we had Barney singing and taking a picture with Barney and handing them gifts. It was the most rewarding day. So on the way home, me and my wife were talking and says, you know, we got to do this on a full-time basis. And that's how the Cheer Me Up Foundation evolved. And now we bring them right to our facility and we cheer them up. What you'll see, you'll have 12 different characters today. Santa Claus, elves. There'll be a choreographed show that we put on for the kids, and we put a big buffet, and they all leave with a gift from Santa Claus.
Where do these kids come from, Joe? I mean, how do they find out? How do they get here?
They're from different organizations. Like, for example, my daughter went to school at ECLC in Chatham, which is a special needs facility, school. There's the Children's Institute in Verona. We have EPIC from Bergen County, the Cerebral Palsy Center of Newark and Belleville.
They know you have this party.
We've solicited them, and now they're part of our family. They come year after year, and they look forward to it. My friend's daughter, who just talked to me, said his daughter's autistic, and when she pulled up, she remembered the party last year, and she started smiling. He said you couldn't believe the smile on her face. He was all teared up. So it's just these kids realize the event, and they have realized the fun they're going to have. And basically all we do is cheer them up.
What does it do for you and Gail, your wife, who I know, I mean, the smile on her face is here from the beginning to the end of the night. You see it. What does it do for you guys?
This is probably the best day of the year for me every year. It's a lot of effort, it's a lot of work, but when we see these kids glowing and smiling from ear to ear, it's probably one of the most exciting things you could ever experience, that we are actually impacting them and cheering them up for the holidays.
You know, and by the way, you see this microphone, Best of NJ. This is a website that we partner with the Caucus Educational Corporation to spread our content out to a website that Joe and his colleagues have started up. Because frankly, we want as many people as possible, beyond seeing us on public broadcasting and FiOS and other places, to see our content. Talk about the importance of people knowing about the Cheer Me Up Foundation. Why do more people even need to know about it?
Well, we don't...
Haven't you maxed out yet?
We're full. We can't fit any more children, but we do events all year long. We'll do a Valentine's dance at the CP Center. We'll have the special young adults here in 2 weeks, and we do another Christmas party and ring the New Year's in for them. So we do events all year long to cheer up all different types of organizations.
What's the message, Joe, around the holidays and other times where people say, look, I just want to make sure I take care of my own kids. That's basically my responsibility. You say what to them?
Don't take life for granted. Don't wake up every day thinking you're expected to have life perfect. There are very unfortunate families out there that have serious issues with handicapped children and special needs children, and always help families through the holidays.
Last question. You have two beautiful daughters. You have Gianna, and you also have another daughter, and they're very close, and your family's close. Their relationship, talk about that, because there are a lot of families out there that have one child that has certain needs and another child that doesn't have those particular needs, and they're connected in a very deep and personal way.
Well, my daughter Natalia, who's a year, 15 months younger than Gianna, she couldn't wait for her to come home for the holidays. My daughter actually goes to a boarding school in Kentucky full time.
Gianna does?
Yes. So this is, she's missed the last 4 Cheer Me Up parties because we've had them a week earlier and she was still in school. So this year we made it later because every year we have this party, Gianna's not here, we feel so empty that she's not getting to enjoy it like the rest of her friends are. So Natalia couldn't wait for my daughter to be home. They love each other. They slept last night. They slept in the same room together. My daughter slept on the floor. My wife slept in the bed with Gianna, and Gianna slept in the bed. So they had like a slumber party last night on her first night home from Kentucky. So
beautiful thing, isn't it?
It's a great thing.
Joe, I want to thank you and everyone at the Cheer Me Up Foundation that made a decision. You and Gail and everyone that decided to make a difference, because that's what this is. It's part of our series called Make a Difference, for making a difference in the lives of so many children and their families who are looking for a way to bring some joy and happiness, particularly around the holidays. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you for having us, and happy holidays and happy New Year.
We're here with Sal, who loves this party. His daughter, Cassandra, she celebrates this party, the Cheer Me Up Foundation. Talk about what this party has done for her.
It's a great night for her to enjoy with her sisters and for her mom and myself. It's a good night to enjoy the holidays where it's difficult. My daughter is autistic, so it's difficult sometimes to enjoy the holidays as a family. So tonight's a great night to do that.
So people can understand. I think people may hear the word or the phrase autism and may not really understand what it means. But in Cassandra's case, what is she dealing with?
Cassandra's 7.5 years old. She's nonverbal, doesn't understand language. So it's very difficult for us to communicate with her and for her to communicate with us. So it's a challenge for her sisters, for the family, and for her, because we don't know what she's feeling. If she's in pain or if she's hungry, we don't know because she can't communicate with us. So it's a challenge for us.
And a party like this does what?
It's just a great night just to have a great time as a family, and to see her smile and see her on the dance floor dancing and enjoying music, and her sisters and the other kids that are here.
What's it do for you?
For me, it's amazing. It's just it's hard to put into words, but it's sometimes you want to go into the corner and cry because you're so happy to see a smile on her face.
Thank you, Sal.
Thank you.
We just talked to Sal. This is Danielle, Cassandra's mom. Just met your daughter. Had a big smile on her face. What's that like?
It's wonderful. It's so hard. She doesn't talk. It's hard for her to understand. So even to come to something like this and she's happy, and that's really all we want, just for her to be able to function in the world and be happy. That's all we expect. And just to see that, because there's a lot of tough times where she's not so happy. So it does put a smile on our face.
Danielle, again, autism means different things for different children depending upon where they are on the quote-unquote spectrum. But for a parent like yourself, describe what it's been like.
It's hard, you don't want to see your kid have a paper cut. It breaks your heart. And I have 2 other daughters, and it's hard on them as well. No one thinks about the siblings sometimes. And, they're so wonderful with her. And she's a love bug, and we're very lucky for that. All she wants to do is hug and kiss all day. But there's at times, she's hitting herself and she's having a meltdown, and we can't communicate with her. So sending her to a special school is what really helps us, because as a parent, you feel like all you want to do is just kiss them, and hopefully, you can kiss the boo-boo away, but it doesn't always work out like that,
The dollars raised at the Cheer Me Up Foundation, talk about how important that is.
Yeah, it's wonderful. This organization and what Nanina's does is just amazing, just to open, their hearts really, and welcome everyone here, and you make everyone feel so comfortable and wonderful. It's just amazing. They're just such wonderful people. They really are.
Thank you so much for being here and bringing cheer to everyone, particularly around the holidays.
Oh, thank you so much. Happy holidays to you.
We're here at the Cheer Me Up Foundation with the great Rick Simone, the great Yankee, the great... he's one of the biggest stars in this neighborhood.
Can I get a little...
Now, you can't get my makeup. Rick, let me ask you.
I need a little makeup.
You never need makeup. Let me ask you, Rick. The Cheer Me Up Foundation, Joe Murillo and everybody here, you get invited to and you're a part of a lot of charities. What makes this one so special?
Well, Joe and Barry. I mean, they're 2 of the best people I know. They would do anything for you. And they're just great people. And anytime they call, Jerry Cooney shows up. Next thing you know, George Foreman's here. I mean, he's a great guy. And what he does for these kids, it's something special. We like to have fun. We like to bust a little bit. But these guys raise a lot of money for a good cause.
Rick's got his daughters there's nothing more important to Rick than his daughters, children, particularly the children who are here and the needs they have and the dollars that are raised. Talk about how important that is and giving them an opportunity to do some things they wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
Well, I think that's what it's all about. We all have children. We've been lucky. We've been very lucky that I have 3 great daughters. They're all doing well. And sometimes it makes you wake up, and when you see, we talk about sports, we talk about other things.
What's really important, Rick?
Yeah, you know what? Family's the most important thing. And children are the most important thing. And what Joe and Barry and Vito do to raise the money, give these kids an opportunity that they don't have, that's why we donate money, that's why we show up. And also they got some great food here.
Yeah. Oh, we're Italian, right?
You gotta have the good food. This is my neighborhood, your neighborhood. And whatever we could do to help support it, we always do that, you know that.
The Cheer Me Up Foundation, it's huge, and that's why the Chief of Staff here, for the county executive in Essex County, Phil Elijah, is here with your kids. You don't miss this, do you?
Never. We've been here since they were born. Joe and Barry and Vito have always extended an invitation. We've helped with some fundraising through the years, but to see what they're doing, giving to the kids and stuff, it's a great time. We love it. We give. It's tremendous. Tremendous, Stephen. Tremendous.
Talk about your kids and why they appreciate this party so much.
Well, they love it because they have a good time and they just come in and they dance. They're with characters. They have good food. It's family to them. You guys, Joe, they're part of the family, so they love it, and they love giving back a little bit.
And one more thing, I was just talking to Rick Cerrone from the Yankees, and Phil's from this neighborhood too. The importance of giving to these kids who are looking for an opportunity just to have fun like our kids.
I think there's nothing you can give better than an opportunity. So whether it's an opportunity to get a gift at Christmas, an opportunity to do a little bit better, there's nothing that's more important than giving kids an opportunity.
Thank you, Phil.
You got it.
We're here with Marianne, whose son Tyler is at the Cheer Me Up Foundation party. It's a great party, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think it's wonderful for the kids. They get to interact with, children of their peers and feel comfortable. And it's a place where the mothers get to watch them and enjoy them, be themselves. And there's no criticism. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I think everybody, at least once in their lifetime, should encounter a Special Olympics game, a special needs function, a special needs dance. It's the most beautiful thing in the world anybody can ever imagine.
What do you think it does for people when they really get to meet some of these terrific kids and really get to talk to them and listen to them and just get a better sense of who they are and what they're about?
I think it makes them appreciate their lives and who they are. And you know what, honestly, makes them realize that these children do not judge. They don't care what you look like, what you're wearing, what color you are. It's just wonderful who they are. And then sometimes I wonder who are the people with the disability. You know what I mean?
What's it done for you?
My son has taught me love and patience. So that's the one thing I could say. I said, God brought me my son to teach me patience, and I have patience.
How old is he?
19. And he's wonderful. I mean, you know what? Honestly, when he was first diagnosed, I was not in denial. I took it with a grain of salt, and I said, it is what it is, and I got upset for 5 minutes. And when I was upset, I yelled at him, and he cried, and he hugged me. And I said, as long as he can show me love, nothing else matters from here on forward. And I've never been negative. I've always been positive, and I handle every obstacle with positivity. And I'm blessed in so many ways. He's taught me a lot, and so many people around me.
Talk about this party, the Cheer Me Up Foundation and the party tonight. How important is a foundation like this?
I think it's very important. Like I said, these children need a place to honestly come together and people to feel like they're supporting, who they are and make them feel special, and that's why I'm here. I took a day off of work to make sure I was here for him, to make sure that he has a place to come and just be happy, feel important, special. I think it makes the children feel like they're valued.
Is it hard to find such a place and a venue where they can be and just have a great time?
Absolutely. My son is 19 years old, and he was diagnosed when he was 3. And I can tell you, when he was younger, I wanted to put him into karate, per se, or daycare. You couldn't. They
couldn't do it.
No, they didn't have the skills or the means to handle him. So it was a little difficult. So you had to learn to adapt with your child on your own. And honestly, I think the teachers and the aides are the ones that helped me deal with my son in constant communication. And his brother as well, God bless my son,
what are they like together?
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. They have their own little yin and yang conversation, always have. I would hear them before they would go to bed, and my older son, who may be Asperger's, never diagnosed, but that's a whole other story, but they're little, just the way they interact is so beautiful. And the way Tyler interacts with so many people is so beautiful. Like I said, he's not prejudiced. He will greet you with kindness and love and respect. Unless you're a baby crying, then we have a little issue with the baby crying, because that's a spectrum. But overall, it's just that he loves life. And I see life through his eyes now, and not so much through how cruel and harsh the world is, and absolutely wonderful.
Final question, your message to all parents watching right now, whether it's the holiday season or any time of the year, what's the message to all parents right now?
Well, honestly, for me, what I've learned a lot in being a parent who had a son who was diagnosed with autism, it's not the end. Every day is a new beginning, and just because they're not as advanced or normal as, someone with a higher IQ doesn't mean that it's the end. Love, happiness, peace, joy. I mean, focus on the small things in life, not whether they're going to go become, a college grad in an Ivy League school and become an attorney. That's not what the world is about. Life is too short to focus on that they're not normal. And that's what I've encountered with a lot of parents whose children are diagnosed with autism. It's like, they're in denial because of that. No, value life and what it is. There's so much suffering going on in the world. And they make you see life in just a beautiful way through eyes of unprejudiced. It's wonderful,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm here with our new friend Tyler, who he says he really likes this Cheer Me Up Foundation party because?
Well, it's because of the great music, the buffet, and the toys.
You're 19 years of age. We were just talking to your mom, and she says that you're a terrific young man. Do you know why she said that?
Yeah, it's because I'm special. And so are those children here. I think this is what makes this party special.
What makes it special? The kids?
Well, not only that, it's Christmas.
That's a great time, isn't it, Tyler?
Yeah, it's a great time.
What do you especially love, other than the presents, what do you especially love about Christmas?
Well, I love visiting people's houses and enjoying Christmas.
Is there a message you want to give to everybody out there, not just around the holidays, Tyler, but year-round? Any message you want to tell everyone watching on television?
Stay fresh.
There couldn't be a better song right now. And these kids are happy. We're here with Barry Murillo, who's always happy. I got to tell you, you hear the kids cheering. The Cheer Me Up Foundation, why are these kids so happy, Barry?
They're happy because
you got to back it up.
Once a year, this is all they ever have. They never have Christmas. They never have Thanksgiving. They have nothing. But you know what? Today's their day. And you know what? We're happy to give them that day. And Steve, thank you so much for being here. We love you.
Well, it's our pleasure. But let me ask you something. You and your brother Joe and Vito and everybody else with the Cheer Me Up Foundation, what does it do for you guys when you see the faces of these kids? We're just taking shots of them when they were watching this performance. What does it do for you guys when you see their faces?
Just sit down.
There's never a greater feeling than to see the smiles, the cheer in their face, and the life in their face. Because we all know we love to always be happy. We love to always be given. But they never always have this. And this is probably one of the greatest days that they ever have.
We're here with Kim, who loves this Cheer Me Up Foundation party because?
Well, every year my students get to come here. They look forward to it. It's a night for the parents to come out. Sometimes they don't get to go out at all. So it's a really nice day. It's a time that they get to go see Santa without any confusion or craziness, and that's something they don't get to do. So it's wonderful.
And there's one student in particular who you have a very close relationship with. Who is that?
My son.
Tell us about your son.
My son's Joseph. He's 17. He's a twin. He was born 2.5 months early. He was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, along with many other disabilities. So he's multiply handicapped, which our school is. And also, Joey is an amazing son because we not only do Special Olympics together, we're in the Challenger baseball team together. He's obsessed with country music, so we go to concerts together.
Country music, why?
Country music's awesome.
He loves it.
Oh, loves it. And you know what? It's speech. It's getting out and talking to other people at the concerts, and it's repetition of listening to what he can do, which is very hard for him because of his disability.
Talk about this party itself and why the Cheer Me Up Foundation is important.
All right. Well, the Cheer Me Up Foundation not only does this party, but they bring to our school a lot.
Describe your school.
Our school is the First Cerebral Palsy of New Jersey. We're a school for multiply handicapped children, along with all the other disabilities of autism and Down syndrome and all that. We go from age 3 all the way to 21. We're located only up the street in Belleville, right behind Claremont Hospital. We've been there for 70 years. And we have an awesome staff of therapists and teachers. I'm the health and physical education teacher. I also coach 5 teams in the Special Olympics there, and the Boy Scouts. So the Cheer Me Up Foundation, they come over to our school at Thanksgiving, and they give out baskets to families that could really use a little bit extra for the holidays. They bring over Christmas gifts for us, and they do this party. And it's just amazing. I have about 18 kids here from my school.
I mean, for those of us who don't really understand, what do a lot of those kids need from everyone else?
The first thing they need is for someone just to walk up to them and say hi. Make them part of society, advocate for them, get things out there, because they love to go out in the, we have a community-based program. My son just went out shopping for me, so I can't wait to see what he bought me at the jewelry store.
You don't know?
I don't know. He wouldn't let me wrap them. He had to go back to school, and his speech therapist wrapped them with him. So she recapped the whole day of them going out to the Willowbrook Mall and going out shopping.
What's your message to all the other parents out there watching?
I say do the best you can do for your child. If you can get them off the couch, get them active, get them involved in things. Think of their life as a lifelong process. Think of them so they can get out and socialize, make people out in the society comfortable with them. If someone is staring, turn around and say, hi, how are you? Tell your son or your daughter to say hi back. And be part of society. And just do the best that you can do. I know it's tough out there sometimes. We all feel like we need a corner to go into sometimes. But, and rally with your other parents and the families in our school. That's what our PTA does.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Health Republic Insurance of New Jersey, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, Cone Resnick, the Fidelco Group, the Russell Berry Foundation, and by ADP, transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.
I will. It's the oath of those strong in character. A call to build our own dreams, not someone else's. Doing whatever it takes to create a better way. This is Health Republic, a not-for-profit co-op health plan created to give us control of our own health care. So we all have the support we need when it's time to say, I will. Health Republic. Live independently healthy.